Hey, what's up everyone? Welcome back to another video. If this is your first time here, make sure you hit that sub button and the bell icon so you don't miss any future uploads. We have tons of great content coming your way like this guy. And for today's figure review, we're going to be taking a look at the ThreeZero MDLX Rodimus Prime. And like we always do, we'll take a quick look at the packaging here. We're sliding forward a little bit here. Got the MDLX logo up top there. Gorgeous artwork here down the side. Autobot logo. Transformers, Rodimus Prime. Full body artwork there of Rodimus Prime. The Transformers logo, ThreeZero. And a shot of your figure there inside the packaging. I did open this guy and remove the plastic wrapping around this figure so you guys could get a good look of what he looks like in the box. But I haven't taken any of the accessories out. We're going to take a look at all that stuff later. On the side here, you got another artwork shot there of Rodimus Prime, the Rodimus Prime logo. Back, you got some product shots of some of the things he comes with. Holding hands for the Matrix, Rodimus Prime Autobot logo. The two blasters. There's the combined mode for the blasters. And he comes with the alternate hand for the MDLX Optimus Prime if you have that figure, so you can do the handshaking pose there. On this side, more artwork there, Transformers, there's a picture of Rodimus and the logo that wraps around from the front. That all looks great. Top, more of the same, artwork, logos. Bottom's just barcodes, words, all the legal stuff. Great looking packaging here. The colors are really nice and vibrant. The cardboard has a glossy feel to it, so that all looks great. The window packaging looks good. And that's really all there is to say there on the box. Let's get this guy open and check him out. And just real quick, I wanted to give you guys a look at what he looks like in the clamshell here outside of the packaging, so you can see all the accessories he comes with here. And there's Rodimus, there's his wing, the gun parts here up here at the top, and all the alternate hands he comes with the Optimus hand. All that looks really good. Just wanted you guys to see a shot here of everything he comes with. But let's don't waste any more time. Let's get him opened up and check out some details.
Arise, Rodimus Prime. Optimus.
Yeah! And here we have Rodimus Prime out of his clamshell. We'll pull him in a little bit here and take a look at the details. And we'll start with that head sculpt there. Looks really nice. Eyes are a great shade of blue there. Really catch the light. Metallic silver on the face. That looks good. Got the two-tone red on the helmet there. The dark maroon and the red. That all looks really good. Looks like a gunmetal with some flaking there on the neck. That's great. Red detail, orange. This all looks good. Paintwork there on the chest for the logo looks good. The flames in the logo all look nice. Looks like he's got some panel lining here. It really brings out the details. That looks really good. Two-tone red, orange. Got the gunmetal there on the top of the thighs. Moving down to the knees, gunmetal there on the knee parts. Orange into this black. Red details on the side of the legs. That looks really good. Orange highlights around the toe. That looks excellent. Arms are in the same two-tone red. That looks really good. Nice detail there for the wheels, exhaust. On down here, you guys blasters there on the arm. That looks really good. Molded hands are in this nice dark gray. That all looks great. Joints look good. Nice shade of yellow there on the pylons. That gunmetal there on the top for the vents. A little bit of silver detail underneath here. Looks really nice. And this guy's just, he's painted top to bottom. Like this figure is excellent. Nice gunmetal gray here for the vents. Silver there for the exhaust. That all looks good. Joint detail looks good. Even the back of the joints there. I mean, look how detailed that is. That's great. Got that dark gunmetal there for some accents on the back of the thighs. More panel lining there for the spine detail. Two-tone red carries through there. Silver detail on the vents underneath on the backpack. That all looks great. And this guy's... They didn't leave out too many details on this dude. Even the bottom of the feet there are different. That same gunmetal gray as opposed to the black of the feet. So that's two pieces. That all looks really nice. This guy looks great top to bottom here. He's fantastic. I left the wing off there just so we could look at some details. I'll leave it off while we run through articulation. So let's scoot him back here. Let's get into that. And moving on to some articulation here. We'll pull him back in a little bit close on the head sculpt there. You get about that much up for the head. There's also a joint there in the neck, so with both of them, you get you about up to there. Down about that far to the chin hits there on the neck piece. So that looks good. Rotation at the head, side to side, that all looks good. Shoulders here are at a ball peg that go into the body, so you can get some up to there, down to there, and some back and forth for a butterfly. Ball peg goes into a universal here for the shoulders, so you get out. This part will flip out of the way, so you can take that all the way up. You can go a little farther. I'm trying to be real careful on the paint there at the shoulder, but you can actually get it about up to that far. So that all looks good. Full rotation there at the shoulder proper. Like I said, in and out there. Swivel at the bicep there. Swivel at the wrist. Well, the wrist is on a ball peg, so you get all the range there that you're going to want. Double jointed elbow. Get you the full range there. Nice joint detail there, too, on the elbow. That looks really good. And for the legs here, we'll get the skirt pieces up out of the way. All these will lift. Back piece lifts. Those are all on tiny ball pegs. Be a little careful there, but we'll get them up out of the way. The hips. I missed that on the detail section. Nice piston detail right there. That looks really good. The hips are on a drop down. Mine are super tight. Sorry for bumping the camera there. Mine are super tight, but if you can get it down there, you get about up to that far. Tight joint here on the legs. Back to that far. You can go all the way out. Up, and there we go. Well, all the way out to there before you start popping stuff off. Let's see if we can get this back on here. It's a tiny peg. There we go. Clip that back in. Rotation here at the upper thigh. Nothing at the knee. Get two joints here in the knee. First one will get you about the 90 from here. Second one's up here. Get you the full range. So that all looks really good. Excuse me. Ankle rocker. The armor plating here does articulate a little bit. So you can fold that up. You see some of the details there in the ankle. Toe down about that far. I'm sorry, foot down about that far. Foot up about there. And toe bend. So that all looks really good. Bring that back down. So all looks really nice. Good amount of range on this guy. See if we can get that hip to go back up. Might try to loosen that a little bit. And we'll get all this situated here. There we go. Waist rotation looks good. Back to about that far. And forward to about that far. And some side to side. So, great amount of articulation on here. Great range on all the joints. I'll point this out real quick. Ab crunch forward shows some detail here. Extra spine detail there. So no break in the sculpt. So that all looks really, really good. And a good range. So nice amount of articulation on this guy. I don't see you having any trouble getting him into a pose you want to. But let's take a look at some of the stuff he comes with. Yeah, quick little edit here that I missed. You also got these panels here on the side that articulate a little bit. Shows a little more of that exhaust detail. And then you also have these little pieces down here that can articulate. So that all looks really good. Start off taking a look at the wing here that goes on the back. Nice yellow paint, orange paint, silver highlights. They did some panel lining there too, which looks good. Really brings out the detail, the sculpted detail. All that looks really good. And you got a slot here on the back that'll just peg in there with friction. Let's just peg that in there. Nice tight fit. Not too tight. I don't think you got to worry about any kind of scraping, but it's a nice solid fit there. It's definitely not going to fall off. That looks really good. One thing to note there, I mean, obviously with this wing on here, you'll have to be a little bit more careful when you're articulating the arms. You don't want to bump into any of that stuff too, especially on the paint here on the arms, but you should still have full range of everything you need. Looks really good. And for the gun parts here, you get 3 of them. We'll take a look at the smaller one here first. This is kind of just an attachment. Looks really good, good sculpted detail. And that same gunmetal gray there with a little bit of flake to it. So that looks really nice. Details are the same on both sides. That looks good. Here's one of the bases there for the gun. That all looks really good. Again, tons and tons of molded detail in the same gunmetal gray. And this one's just a little more of the same. Good detail there. All through. Handle looks nice. You see the trigger there. That all looks really good. So the way these work is you can take this base here and this attachment and it'll just slide on. There's a peg right here. Little hole. Had it upside down. There we go. It'll just slide in like that to make a full gun there. So then you can have the 2 guns. If you'd rather have him dual wielding there, or we can pop this back off. Oh, tight fit on there. There we go. So another peg hole there. Uses the same peg. Slide these together. And then you have the bigger combined rifle that Rodimus Prime has, the Eliminator rifle. So that all looks really good. Nice options there. You can either carry this bigger one or the 2 individuals. So that all looks great. And for the guns here, you got your typical gun holding hands here. It's a little bit of a softer plastic. They'll just slide down in like that. They got a little bit of give to them. If you need a little bit more, you can always heat this stuff up. Just be careful when you do. You don't want to end up with a loose grip on those, but it'll hold it just like that. It'll peg into the figure. So that all looks great. And here we have all the hands that Rodimus Prime comes with. We'll start with these. He comes with a pair of fisted hands that he already had on the figure. You get a set of left and right holding hands here. These look really good. Same sculpted detail there. And that softer dark gray plastic. So you get a left and right of those. Left and right of these dynamic splayed out hands. Those look really good. You get a left and right. Another set of holding hands are a little bit different. These are for holding the Matrix. He doesn't come with the Matrix. You'll have to use the one that comes with the Optimus. But there's some holding hands there for that. You could probably also use these for gun holding hands too, but they're made for the Matrix. So those look great. You get that iconic 80s thumbs up pose. So that looks good. And a pointing hand. Looks really good. And then you have the handshake hands. You get one for Rodimus there, and you get the one for Optimus. And they'll just go together like that. And then you have that going on. So that all looks really good. Details on all of them look great. Optimus has I don't have that figure, but you can see he's got some weathering detail on his blue hand. That looks great. So all these look good. Tons of options there. Love it. Love to see it. And the hands will just peg in, typical peg style here. You just pop that one off. The ball peg there on the wrist. And these will just pop on. Like so. And all the hands are the same. And then you get that going. Looks good. And size-wise, looks like Rodimus Prime stands about 7 inches tall. About 7 3/4 there to the tip of the wing. And for some size comparisons, here we have him standing next to another ThreeZero release, the Ava Unit 2, MP scaled Optimus Primal, and a Voyager class Springer. And for some final thoughts, this is another out-of-the-park release here by ThreeZero. I own several of these figures, and this one's no exception. The paint looks great. It's applied well. The paint on the chest looks good. The flame looks good. The Autobot emblem looks good. The flaking in the gray all looks great. Keeps it from looking too flat. Gives it kind of a nice metallic look. The oranges, the yellows, everything looks good. The metallic silver on the face, the eyes, all look great. Nice amount of detail here. They really picked out a lot of the details with some silver. The panel lining on the body all looks really good. The wing, the panel lining on the wing looks great. It really helps bring out some of that extra detail that you might look over. The sculpted details on here are amazing. The build quality is great. You can tell there's definitely some die cast in there. He's got a lot of heft to him, but the plastic feels good. Even the thinner parts, like the covers on the arms, they all feel great. I have no issue with the articulation at all. The hips on mine are a little tight, kind of hard to get that drop down pose, but I didn't have any issues with the skirt pieces popping off except for that one, just trying to push it a little farther than it's supposed to. If you're pretty conservative about your articulation, you shouldn't have any issues with it. This guy moves like a dream. Everything's solid, everything's smooth. I've been messing around with him for a little bit here, and there's really no pose that I can think of wanting to put him in that I can't get him to go in. I just have no complaints. If I had to nitpick, the only thing else I could have asked for was maybe his own Matrix to come with so he could utilize those Matrix holding hands without having to own the Optimus as well. But typically, if somebody's going to own this, I mean, with the quality of this figure, you're probably going to own the other ones as well. But again, that's just, I'm just looking for something to complain about as far as that goes. I mean, another minor complaint could possibly be the thumbs up hand and the pointing hand only comes in a left. So your poses are limited to just a left-handed pose, with the right hand pretty much being dedicated to either the splayed out hands or a gun holding hand or a fist hand. Your more dynamic, expressive hands are just limited to one side. But again, that's a minor complaint, and I'm really just looking for some kind of negative here in an otherwise like perfect figure. And that's really all there is to say about this guy. I mean, it's a solid recommend from me. If you like the character, if you like Transformers, even for a non-transforming figure, these things are great. I can't wait to take a look at some of the other MDLXs they have coming out, and maybe some ones from the past too. And this has been my review of the ThreeZero MDLX Rodimus Prime. If you like this video, please make sure you like, comment, subscribe. We really appreciate it, and we can't wait to bring you more content like this. Also, make sure you follow me on Instagram. The link for that will be in the description below as well. We have a Facebook page now. You can also find that link in the description. Last I looked at, this guy's pretty much sold out everywhere, but I will drop a couple links down below where you can check for restocks. And until next time, for the love of toys, we'll see you.